Hey everyone, today is the 24th of January. I'm back again to do my Splinterlands daily quest. I believe I've got a neutral quest to do today. I do indeed. So I'm going to get up and running, get going, and see whether or not we can crack into a higher league level. We've got Melee Mayhem and Explosive Weaponry. An opponent that enjoys a bit of magic, but it's 14 mana. Green Splinter's out, so that means Llama Hydra's out. But doesn't mean that Hydra still won't be super amusing to play. If it's Melee Mayhem, it's probably better to go with Speed. And just remember that my quest is don't use neutrals, so I'm going to try not to use neutrals. Can I get in Death Splinter? Anything with a self-heal? Could go with a Cthulhu. Not going to. Go with Ancient Lich. Let that blast vampirism do its thing. And because it's Melee Mayhem, no, the speed, lack of speed will slaughter me. Who's the quickest? It's pretty slow, but we'll see if this doesn't work. That's not a lot of damage. Mainly thanks to that demoralize. I think I've got enough survivability. I foolishly brought the chicken along when I should have left it at home, because it's now going to mean that this game isn't going to count towards the daily quest. Just went with the whole let's try and keep everyone alive with enough health to soak any blast, and it seems to have worked, so that is a good thing indeed. Shoves me back into Diamond 2, which is the next league up. I was in Diamond 3. And here we go again. Find the battle, we'll play it, see what happens. Okay, reverse speed and explosive weaponry. I kind of want to go fire for this one. Mainly because I want to use that little Grum. We can throw Caledon in as well. Throwing an Alchemist. Get some of that snare going. Realized as I was scrolling down that creatures were only getting faster because I decided to sort by speed. So stop doing that. Actually, no Halfling Alchemists, they're a neutral. We want a pure fire team. Maybe a Molten Ash Golem, weaken and demoralize. can I get for 4 mana? Goblin Fire Mage sounds okay to me. So that's a double demoralize. Hopefully that will go well. Only one way to find out. Do the battle and wait and see. It is Grum v Grum. A very similar team comp. Eerily similar team comp. I do like the fact that they're using Giant Killer against each other. It's pretty amusing. Okay, Grum gets powered up with a double Bloodlust. And Grum gets powered up again with a double Bloodlust. Beautiful. Up to 9 damage in the end there. Don't mind if I do. I think the bigger key was getting the Demoralize to hit. Okay, so we're gonna go probably water. Just so I can get the cheapest cleanse. Then who else has immunity? Hey, Bakoani, not much. Got a neutral quest today. Just trying to figure out who I'm going to bring for a poison game. I really want to bring Almo, but neutral quest. No immunity there. Ah, I could do this. I can be super duper obnoxious. I'm going to do it. Let's go Mother Kalia, Kralis, and Chaos Agent. No, Chaos Agent is a neutral. Gargoyle Scrapper. And we can fit in the Soul Fiend. Ignore it and go Llama Hydra. Yeah. Yeah. Ignore the neutral quest. Well, they didn't go Llama Hydra. They didn't bring any affliction along. Can't get poisoned. Can't get weakened. It's definitely not Llama Hydra. I still don't think I'm going to win, though. I know, I have to win. I'm not getting poisoned. No, I'm still going to lose to exhaustion, aren't I? No, I didn't. Cool. Kralis has paid back 30 of the probably 200,000 DEC I spent on them. Whereas they've got to win a lot more battles to pay their dues. Okay, and then again, Noxious Fumes. I might go with Llama Hydra. No, not Llama Hydra. It'll be Llama Use the other 7 mana thingy. We'll go mercenary that way, at least it's still neutral. See whether or not this will go. Yeah. It was just the brain going, oh, that's not gonna help me very much, is it? Okay, now it's just RNG. Oh, good. I got lucky. Got lucky on the RNG, and that's my quest done. It's like 11 minutes of streaming. So let's see what we get. I'm not sure. I may end up unlocking another quest pretty much almost immediately here because I didn't do my quest yesterday. 7 DC, Political Mercenary. That's the Retaliate King right there. Political Deceiver, Heatsmith, Bandit, DC, DC, Boy Lion. Oh, here we go. Harklaw. It's always Harklaw. It's like the only legendary I get. And a Gargoyle Devil. So yeah, that was really quick on the daily quest, and it looks like I'm going to get to do a double because we got another quest loading, and I just realized that light is super duper bright, so I'm just going to turn that light down. Yeah, it's still overexposing. There we go. We'll move it down there. All right, now we get an Earth quest. More llamas. Although in all seriousness, I quite like Obsidian. Yeah, Jin Bialka is probably the one I've got. Yeah, no. Most Harklaws, then Bialka, then Oceanus. I have the least number of Oceanus. 99, Enrage, Rise of the Commons. Very well. What common am I going to use? Well, an Enraged Knifer seems like a pretty solid plan. Notice I'm going for the speediest stuff I can throw in here. Not too sure on the supply runner, actually. Go with the Wood Nymph. Go with the Orc Sergeant. So we've got a healer in there. Just need something to protect our back line. I'm thinking it's only commons and rares. Maybe an Earth Elemental. No. Do the cheesy thing. Put a cube at the back. I'm just forever tempted by the backfire ability. It is my one weakness in this game. That was a pretty solid hit. Now this is going to be very dangerous. That enrage came around in the right order. Came around in the best, most right order. Pretty happy with that. It's a very good win. Alright, let's go. Heavy hitters, knockout ability. Oh, 27 mana is probably just enough for that sort of absurdity. I'm going to go with Lyanna. And let's give Zenith Monk a go. And Sneak Stun. Who else can follow that up? Probably a bit rich for that. Let's look at the rest of our stuns. Man, Green Splendor has so many nice stuns. I think it's probably actually going to go to Wood Nymph. And we can drop Zenith Monk. Throw in another stun. Let's see how this goes. So we're going to try and stun the back line, stun the front line. Getting that stun on Spirit of the Forest is actually going to be really important. But the fact that it's been played with Mylar and a stun hasn't procced, while theirs has, just unlucky. Next match. Equalizer, armored up. Okay. I know who I want to bring. Spiritual Grog. Cause vampirism. Now, piercing is going to be a good fun time. Go with Chain Golem for this one. Mitika. I think that's enough stun. That will all go into the front line. Khmer Princess can keep everyone alive. Now, the fun part. Magie of the Forest. Centauri Mage can do a bit of return fire. And act like a brick wall. I can do better, can't I? Probably. But I want that revive in there. Just because Spirit Druid Grog never gets used. So we're going to use Spirit Druid Grog. He's going to be subject to brutal sneak attacks. I'm very lucky their dragon doesn't have magic reflect yet. I got this easy. Basically perpetually one turn away from killing the entire team. Little Khmer Princess, her head count this match has been insane. She's gotten most of the kills. She'll take him though. I'll take him. Alrighty, reverse speed, no healing. Time for some slow boys. Plan here is death by demoralization. Uh, it's looking painful. Got double weakening here. Hey, thanks for the raid there. Tales from the Cryptomancer. Let's go with that. All the peeps jumping in. I don't really know what team I played here. Hoping that we can do some damage through... well, that worked really well. The magic reflect plus all the weakens that I stacked into my team. It got rid of Dr. Blight nice and quick smart. So when Spirit Shaman drops in next, and when they inevitably are unable to continue with life, they'll take out 3 of their team. Just like that. All part of the plan. Oh, and that beautiful poison as well. Just slotted in and was like, oh, hey there. That was splendid. 2 more wins for the Earth Quest. Alrighty, Spreading Fury and Weak Magic. Quite a bit of Death Splinter here, so makes it tough to know what I want to pick. I'll go with Quicks. I want to play someone with immunity, I think. Let's go with Almo, because not being hit in the first place is pretty nice. And since it's weak magic, we'll give him some armor. That's the protective system in place. Now, what about the damage system? What are we going to do to focus fire into the front of the enemy team? I think this might be pretty ballsy, but Dragon Jumper? Hey, Silent Necrosis, thanks for jumping on. I didn't notice that you had also raided Silent Necrosis, my bad. So we got double raid, Silent Necrosis and Tales from the Cryptomancer. Cool. I am tired from a long day at work, that's why I didn't notice both raids. Thank you. Okay, now the optimistic part of this team comp for me is Dragon Jumper. I think I should be okay. Because I can just destroy their backline before anything of consequence happens to my team. Yeah, good luck. Good freaking luck. The speed differential. $11 speed on Almo. He's not going to get hit. It's a good choice. Alright. I didn't even bother going first into that time. I was wondering why my quest success didn't increment by 1. Now I know. Because I was not playing the green stunter that I should have been playing. Therefore, I screwed up. Not the first time, not the last time. But that was a fun little battle to participate in anyway. Little League and Armored Up. So the fear here is they go Selenia with lots of ranged, which looks like that's what they enjoy. So how do I beat that? Probably. Oh, it's Little League, not Rise of the Commons. Damn. Well. No. That won't be possible to beat in that manner. So I'm going to go with Quicks again. I'm going to jump ship to Fire Splinter. And go and try and troll them by just hitting them really hard, really fast. And who knows? Maybe Furious Chicken, Scorched Fiend, Flame Monkey. This is probably going to be a loss. Death would have been another option. Turns out they didn't end up going for any of the options I was afraid of. And there goes all of my repair options because of the -2 armor. So now I will die in peace. Wouldn't have won anyway. I was just thinking maybe if I can get through their front line and have ranged creature after ranged creature, it might go better. But no, it didn't. Hey Dedo, hey Sensei Bullrog, thanks for jumping on. Holy Protection and Equalizer. That seems like a good mix for our Green Splinter. The question is, does that seem like a good mix for the Tasty Hydra? Llama Hydra. Then we just put a whole bunch of crap behind it to support Llama Hydra. Slow. Chicken. What do we have? Do a last stand in the event that Hydra doesn't get it. I know. It'll be hilarious. Mr. Grog and his spirit druidism. So, at Silent Necrosis' prompt there, I want Hydra to have a last stand here, but I'm throwing the rest of this crap in here because it's equalizer, so everything's going to have the max amount of health. But then I'm putting Spirit Druid Grog in the middle because he gets 1 health. He never gets played. He always misses out, but he's got to resurrect. And Vampirism, if I'm not mistaken, as well. Yes, Life Leech. He's got a slow, he's got headwinds. And I just want to see him do well, you know? Sometimes we just want to see things do well. Unfortunately, they didn't bring any sneak. So my Chaos Agent is not going to be very useful. And as we saw, my Llama was also not very useful. I should have brought an Affliction along or something like that. Now, my only hope is that Chaos Agent just dodges everything via backfire, because the team I have selected here is not ideal. But a last stand on a Chaos Agent could be hilarious. There's a pretty decent speed differential here. But we'll see. His Divine Shield just got burnt. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I didn't expect that one to go very well. That was a very experimental. If this works, it'll be hilarious, team. And I enjoy playing games like that. Bakweni often tells me he wishes he could experiment with the teams I experiment with. I just do it because it's fun. We got Melee Mayhem and no healing. So there's 2 ways you can play Melee Mayhem. You can either do melee, or you can just be like, nah, I'm not doing melee. I'm not falling for your classic tricks. As you can see, I am falling for the classic tricks. And play a camouflage heavy team so that these 2 can't get targeted and come up with a fair bit of damage. Llama Grund in Melee Mayhem? Yeah, it could work. Oh god, let's do it. Let's do it. Llama and mana cost ascending. Where is our dear friend Grund? There he is. Now, you know what? We can slow down the enemy. We can speed ourselves up. We can put a chicken in. In fact, the chicken's going to take the first hit for us. And this may not work well based on positioning, but I'm hoping that there's some sneak in the enemy team. But it doesn't really matter because Gruden's going to be able to do whatever he wants from his location on account of melee mayhem. At least it isn't like infinite trample. Okay, see you later, alligator. And now it's just Grund, so his last stand triggers before the trample, which is nice. Yeah, I was also rather confused by the team we encountered, but okay. We'll take that win. It's particularly from someone like playing in champion as well. That feels... It almost feels like they were trying to pull off the weaken redemption arc, but they didn't do it aggressively enough. They could have played Cthulhu. Mr. Waffles? Someone you know? Someone I should know? Perhaps? Perhaps not? You say Mr. Waffles, I'm instantly reminded of the little sisters from the Bioshock series of games. Lost Magic. Okay, what do I have? That's Return Fiery. Almo is a good choice. How do I make Almo go faster? Or make my enemies go slower? Let's go with... Oh, we can't use Khmer Princess because she's magical. So that means no heal there. So it's just Lost Magic. Yeah, Bioshock Infinite was really good as well. He's probably my favorite of the Bioshocks. Yeah, Shield Bearer is an option, but Green Splinter... Green Splinter Wars... Let's do it. Let's do it. Double repair. We don't want you. We want the tree Herbalist. Silver Shield Assassin and Sandworm, eh? Yeah, I'm just building into the snipe. I suppose I can throw in a poison anyway. Oh, now I'm indecisive. Why did I have to read the chat? I think I'm happy with that. Yeah, I just like the plot line of Bioshock Infinite. I really enjoyed how it all came together, particularly with the DLC that they released at the very end, the Revival at Sea. Or Rebirth at Sea, or whatever it was called. That DLC, like, made the game, as far as I was concerned. Gotta get through 2 resurrections. Just so impatient on that one. And you know why, Bakoni? That team would have won as well. Alright, we know what time it is now. It's Stampede and Melee Mayhem. Say hello to Grund. And maybe we'll throw in Local Mercenary in the front. Or do we just go... Let's go with the meat shields. And the stuff to make Grund more ambitious. Since it's Melee Mayhem. Or... I want Brownie in for more speed. But I also want Hydra. I know. We'll go with Knifer. He could be pretty dangerous on a last stand. Already got all the 0 mana creatures in, so off we go. Yeah, like, I really rate Bioshock Infinite as one of my best games of all time. It's definitely in my top 10. Well, those thorns didn't last for very long. Our little friend Grund could be in trouble here. He's poisoned. Oh, that's rough. Brownie got the last stand. Ouch. That's where you cackle maniacally if you're my opponent. Okay, here we go again. Melee Mayhem. I've been given another chance. Another chance at life. Let's get rid of armor for Grund this time. And 0/0. Grund can just go screaming in the front line. Hydra this time round. What we learnt today was Venari Knife is not a great backline monster. So they shall sit this one out. Go with Orc Sergeant. And we'll see how this goes instead. So Hydra can do whatever they want from that back position, given the rule set here. Waiting and waiting and waiting for my opponent to lock in their team. It's the most impatient part of my day. Feels like the clock is ticking forwards or backwards. Sometimes it takes that long. I swear the progress bar just went backwards. Maybe it did. Okay, here we go. Well, I'm glad I brought this guy. Good retaliate. No heal on Hydra is somewhat painful. Oh, the thorns. Such perfectly executed thorns. That was well played. Okay, so that's 3 in a row lost. Oh, it keeps tempting me to play Grund, doesn't it? And this time, everything will always hit. So, I'm not going to do Grund. I'm going to go with Lord Arianthus like my opponent did last time. And I'm going to go with the camouflage team. To make absolutely sure it's either going to be Tower Griffin or Arianthus. Or if I'm really unlucky, Khmer Princess will get hit. It's a defensive team with lots of magic. And they have magic reflect. Oh joy. Wasn't anticipating snow. Not like that. Now it is impasse time. Until they ranged attack out Arianthus. Alma would have been a better choice there. Broken arrows healed out. I guess it's going to be Unicorn Mustang. And the tail of the... Yeah, right. Can't use what I wanted, which was ironically going to be some snipe. I don't think Earth has any magical snipe. They don't. But they do have some sneak. Let's drop that. Failed summoner to protect against enemy sneak. Let's see how that goes. Probably badly. There's enough mana out there for a really, really scary blue team with just magic and blast and Genoshanus. And did I mention Bounimal? Bounimal's always scary anyway. Oh yeah, yeah. Now you mention it's like, what about Thorns? I'm probably going to get wrecked by Thorns, like a Lord Arianthus. Or a Mylor. Or it'll just be a Lorna Shine who proceeds to just dodge everything. That could also happen. And by dodge, I mean, you know, Divine Shield effectively being a free turn without an opponent. Well timed back only because that was actually a an empty glass with like 1 or 2 drops left in it. Okay, so they went with a very sneaky team and Lorna, so free turn. Just ow. Very ow. No. What would have not worked, but would have been fun to have watched not work. Again, would have been a backfire team there. I think I want to... Oh, I can't do that. I was like, I want to bring in Oaken Behemoth. But this is too low mana for an Oaken Behemoth, and it's also lost magic. So... I don't know. I don't know. Maybe a chain golem. No. Let's do still blue team. And just do a super sneaky. Actually, it's not even going to be a super sneaky. It's going to be a let's see if we can backfire them. Wow, potentially. Maybe. Sneaking. Let's see. Well, I'm pretty quick. Yeah, backfire. Very good. And we got the poison in on Arianthus. Now everyone's centered on the flesh god. Victory. But still very far. Rise of the Commons and Noxious Fumes. 13 mana. I guess that's Llama Flesh Golem. Yeah. Or just Llama Cube, but you know. Yeah, go for the draw. When it's a crappy rule set, just play for the draw. How long does it take to pick Llama Flesh Golem? My opponent seems to indicate that it's going to take a very, very long time. I know. He just outright surrendered. So sadly, that didn't count towards my quest. But it gives me a win. Alright, 36 mana. Odd ones out. They go Lorna, Valnamore, Renan. Oh. This is going to be a tough one. I want to reduce enemy armor. My strategy here is going to be to snipe. Because odd ones out means shield bearer is not an option. And it also means many of the good magic options in Blue Splinter are out as well. So I'm going to lead with Almo. Possibly. Magic Reflect in Odd. I think there's Lord Arianthus and Almo. There's Blinding Reflector. Frozen Soldier. Magic Reflect in Fire Splinter, lol. So I think I'm going to go with as much range damage as I can. So we got snipe to pepper the back line. That's all the snipes that I've got. I feel like poison should be a solid option. Try and do some blast. Oh yeah, let's try and do like double blast. Let's see how this goes. Neck minute, it's yeah. Yeah, here we go. Or the return fire. Well, he did a job. The most painful part about that was me having snipe and not focusing fire on into the dwarven wizard. That was quite honestly the most painful part of watching that happen. Although it did almost work, just not quite. Alright, Spreading Fury and Stampede. I think we know what time it is. It's gonna be time for a Grund. Is there any rust? Because we want to make absolutely freaking sure that the enemy isn't going to come screaming at me with armor and ruin Grund's day. So we're removing a total of 6 armor to open this battle. What other inspires can we roll? Brownie's pretty average. My pixie's not leveled. I used to have a gold foil max pixie once upon a time. Ooh. Oaken Behemoth. Then we'll substitute with Brownie instead, because then we don't care by that point. And we've got 14 mana left. What's gonna make people angry? Let's go with Kron. Kron at the end. Grund at the front. Oaken Behemoth, so we've got 2 tramples. Plenty of damage. We're going to be removing enough armor to let this happen. And thank you for the enrage. Oh, don't thank you for the miss. I thought I removed 11 armor. Why does Krallis still have 5? I guess they're immune to rust. Yeah. Well, that's interesting. Guess what? Trample. That was not a cheap team I played. Epic, legendary, legendary, sorcerer. Yeah, I thought it was also immune to Eastwood's thing. I guess it's just you don't think of immunity impacting the actual statistics of the monster. You think of it as impacting abilities and that sort of stuff. But I guess that still works. All right, let's see what we get in this set of chests. A Bonesmith, a Gargoyle Lion, a Pellicle Mercenary, 26 DC, 8 DC, an Alchemy Lotion, Pellicle Deceiver, Legendary Lotion, Pellicle Mercenary, Pellicle Conjurer, and a Pellicle Defective. Pretty okay. Pretty average. Lots of cards. I'll catch you later, Silent Necrosis. Have a good sleep. Alright, and for the first time in a long time, I've ended my my daily quest investigations at a higher ELO rating than when I began. So that is brilliant and glorious for me. I am going to just quickly log out of my main and log into my alt here. Yes, I'm aware that I sent myself some cards because what I want to do is grab my daily vouchers, send them to my main. Because I've started staking a bit of SPS on my main account now as well, so I can enter some tournaments on it. Even though I would be just as able to do the same on my alt if I just delegated the cards to it, but sometimes you want your own name attached to the glory, or in my case attached to the shame of losing like a bajillion battles in a row. There we go. Got the vouchers. Excellent. I don't think I'll be picking up any more packs. I spent all my DEC on just outright going and buying all the Chaos Legion cards and maxing out my deck that way. One thing I haven't checked in a while though is, do I have enough? Nope, I do not have enough merits for a Gladius case. I don't have any. I've only got enough to open up one pack, so I don't want to open up any more Chaos Legion packs until I've got like a godly amount of potions. I mean, like enough to open up, I don't know, 100 or so packs at once. I was going to say like thousands of packs at once, but it'll take me a very long time to earn up that many potions. But let's play another couple of games here with a very useful tip. Be careful not to waste your only resurrect on the Furious Chicken. Or the worst tooltip to that is be careful not to resurrect the Furious Chicken 3 times while playing Chancius the Great. Speaking of well, there's no real segue I can use there to say speaking of crap things to do, but back to basics and Rise of the Commons. That's disgusting. So I'm going to make it even more disgusting by playing Jotun. And we're going to play the lowest of the lows. What can be a tank here? Cobalt Bruiser always feels pretty freaking solid. And I know it's range damage here and I might have to go through armor, but I don't have to worry about Lorna, thankfully. Or Blue Splinter. Yeah, they're going to hit pretty hard. Don't worry, so am I. Ouch. They hit harder. They had more speed. More speed, more monsters, more damage equals me lose. I reckon I'll play this battle, then one more, then I'll call it a day. Some other things I'd like to do later on. Okay, what do we got? Healed out, Melee Mayhem. That doesn't look like a fun combination. But I think I'm going to go with Camilla. I really wanted to go with Death. Instead, who's got the most Demoralize? There's 3 Demoralize. There's a lot more Demoralize. It's also a lot more expensive. I think it's going to be Blue Splinter. No, let's go with green. So that's -2 to enemy attacks. Now, can we roll anyone with shield who does not attack with melee? Yes, we can. And now let's throw in Chaos Agent. What's going to do damage for me? Really tempted to put Chaos Dragon in. I'm doing it. Let's see how this goes. It's like the worst possible team. But hopefully Chaos Dragon hits right here. Damn, not enough of a speed differential here. Ruined. No worries, Bakuani. Thanks for your company as always. This is probably going to be my last battle in any case. So after this one, I'm going to click on over to someone else. Let's have a look and see who else is online. Let's refresh the page. It looks like we've got Sarnex Necrosis on. So we'll shift on over to them after this battle. Alright, let's have a look. Weak Magic and Earthquake. Well, I think there's only one thing to do here. We place all of the stuff that can potentially ruin a flying machine's day. Hold them up, and we'll go with that. Well, they didn't bring any flying. Apart from that little cockatrice, which is now destined to die. Here comes the last stand, and now it's just a matter of time. Thorns, flying, whatever, doesn't mean anything to Pellicle Mercenary. Yes, they don't have llama. Otherwise they would have done the same thing. Okay, beautiful. That's where I'm going to leave it for today. We're going to head on over to Necrosis with their Splinterlands stream. And I will catch you guys again tomorrow. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon.